Hello, today I'll be doing or attempting a multi-track recording using the H4n handheld recorder. Playing this Squier guitar and this Box Katana Mini X for the drums and bass. It'll just be the Boss DR880 to impedance match the output of this to this. I'll be using an attenuator at the end of an instrument cable, a 1/4-inch instrument cable. So like so. This Whirlwind Impedance Pad, as it's called, 20 dB attenuation. It will be provided to make sure the signal coming out of this drum machine isn't too hot going in to the Zoom H4n. So simply attach this, and then you have the two XLR inputs on the Zoom H4n. And that's all you got to do. We'll attempt a couple of recordings here. Okay, for starters, on the Zoom H4n, not the Pro, this is the old original H4n. You want to go to meter mode, multi-track mode, MTR mode, which is what I'm in right now. You can see by the indicator here. How you get to that, you're going to be using, of course, that menu button here on the side. So to make sure, or to get to that, say you're in stereo or 4-channel mode, to get to meter mode, multi-track mode, you're going to hit that menu button on the side, and you're going to scroll down until you get to record mode. Record mode, okay, well actually, that's not the first thing you're going to do, so let me go back. You will come back to record mode, but you want to go to just mode. Where is it at? Come on. There it is. And you can see it's already in MTR. When you first power it up, and if you haven't been to MTR, multi-track mode, it will come up in stereo. So you come down here, and you keep pressing. When you want to select something, if you don't remember, you press down on the selection wheel. I'll just go ahead and press down with this index finger here, just again, just to show you. And it goes into, it was already in MTR mode. Let me see, I'll go back and show you what happens if you select stereo. I think it should say wait. Yeah, please wait. It's going back to stereo mode, and you can see the light has changed here, back to stereo. So let's do that, get back to multi-track mode. Back to mode. Go back to multi-track mode, not meter mode. And we're back in multi-track mode. And what I'm going to be doing is using a drum beat, a preset beat from an old Boss DR880. I'll show you here in just a second. Or I've already shown you, but I'm going to bring it up here on with the screen here. And what I'm going to be doing is taking the output of this drum machine from the mono output here with a 1/4 inch cable, which is a line out signal. And you're going to pair it up with a mic signal coming into the, you got 2 mic input, 2 XLR or line connections, but it's a mic level input. So in order to make sure you have the proper impedance match, or whatever the proper verbiage is for that, you want to make sure the signal's not too hot, basically going into MTR. You can, here, I'll show you where. I'm just going to do it directly with a 1/4 inch jack, 1/4 inch cable, just a standard instrument cable. I'm going to arm the system to get, okay, I want to do, I'm selecting 1 because I'm on this left-hand channel, or 1 as you can see here versus 2 over here. I'm selecting 1. I'm going to hit the record. Why is it not working? Press 1. There we go. All right, so press the track 1, this mic here on this side 1, so you're pressing this one and this one up here. Then to further arm, I'm going to slide this over. Okay, we got it in meter mode and all this. I had to take a break there for a second. And okay, what we want to do is get the signal from here, the preset pattern, cool groove. This is the first preset pattern coming from this old DR880, which is a pretty great drum machine actually. But anyway, I'll do some more recording on this before. I had an old DR5 back in the day. It was really nice. I plan to do more with this here in the future. Not that you need it. There's a lot of great stuff on the computer, but I still like this old drum machine. Anyway, we got this in meter mode, as you know already. We're going to get this ready for track 1, which is where we have our output of the DR80 going into this slot 1, or the XLR mic connection 1 versus 2. So you selected 1 versus the 2. You're also going to select this first track. You can see it light up here, or the outline of the 1. Now that's correct. Now it's been selected. We're going to press record and hit play. This is without any attenuation on the signal going in here. Again, you have a line out coming from this going into a mic level. So line level going to a mic level, which is normally not what you want to do. But I'll show you this difference in the signals once I add some attenuation to this input signal here in just a second. First, we'll see what it is like it is right now. All right, it's playing. You can't really hear it. However, if you look, there is no fluctuation in that signal, which means it's pretty much maxed out. And the volume on this machine is only at 50%. I only have it. I'm going to leave the volume on this machine the same. I'm going to stop this here. It's not recording. And when I stop it, I'm going to add an attenuator here, a 20 dB attenuator. So 1 second. Let's stop this. And here's the attenuator again. Whirlwind Impedance Pad, and it is 20 dB. And it's 1/4 inch to XLR, which is going to go into the H4n here. So pull this out. make the connection and make this connection. And let's try this again. It's already set up. I didn't turn anything off. We'll just see if there's any difference in the display here when we start to press play on the DR880 over here. You can see how the signal has gone down. It still might be a little hot. If I push play, that will start the recording, so I'm not going to do that. Let's press that again. Turn this down just a hair. This machine I'm turning down. If I turn it way down, you see how it goes down. I'm gonna leave it. Is it clipping? It's hard to tell. I'm gonna turn it down to where that little line at the top of each of the tracks there doesn't stay at the top. So I'm going to leave it about there. Even with the attenuation, it's kind of hot. So, and then now I'm going to record this track and then record this drum, this preset pattern. I'm going to record this for a few measures on here onto track 1. Then I'll go over to track 2 and record a guitar. So, go back, reset this thing. If I hit play, it's going to start recording. So I'm going to hit play. It is recording now. That's the play button. Okay, now that the recording is complete, by the way, I've changed mics on this camera, on the cell phone. So I was using a lapel mic, it ran out. So it sounds a little bit different, that's why. Anyway, now I want to bounce it down. So if you see there's the word bounce here, how to get over to that is using the spin wheel on the side here, the selection wheel. You can see along these mixer knobs, and I'm going to bounce without any level changes, mixing or effects or anything like that. Just a simple bounce of tracks 1 and 2 that I recorded on the drums, mono drums on the first track, and mono guitar on the second track as well. That's it. Nothing on 3 and 4. And you hit the selection wheel again when you have it on bounce. I'm just striking a stop sign just to get the stop button, just to get the lights back up. You see bounce is highlighted here. Select bounce with the selection wheel. You can already bounced it once, so that's why now it's saying automatically bounce. It was bounce 0, 0. Now it's automatically going to bounce 0, 1. You can change that. I'm not going to. Format, stereo. I'm going to always leave it stereo. And then let's go down to execute. Hit the selection wheel again. And it is now processing. And that's that. That's it. That's all.